Hello Bonita Bay golfers, my name is Jessica Dugan and I am fortunate enough to be your newest PGA golf professional on staff. I just recently moved here from San Francisco where I was the tournament coordinator and main teaching professional at the Olympic Club. Today I'm going to be going over mid-range pitch shots. And the goal of this lesson today for you guys is to make sure that I explain it in a very simplistic, easy manner with just a few key points. Points that you're able to take on the golf course and execute under any sort of pressure situation. So, in order to hit any sort of shot, we need to talk about the setup, which I like to explain in 4 words. GASP, grip, alignment, stance, and ball position. And of course, this is all going to change varying any sort of shot, whether it's full swing, chipping, pitching, out of the bunker. So today, mid-range pitch, so let's talk about the setup for those main 4 points there. Grip, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be choking down on the club. Whenever we choke down on the club, now we actually have more control over it, hence, because it's a shorter club. With the pressure point on the club, make sure that you're holding it with the main 3 fingers of your left and make sure that your grip pressure is fairly light. The last thing that we want to do is get over the shot and get a really tight grip pressure, and then all of a sudden our forearms are super tight and now we've lost any sort of touch that we could have had throughout this nice soft pitch shot. Alignment. What we're going to be doing is the basic stuff that you guys remember. Railroad tracks, make sure that you're getting yourself square to your target. Nice straight line here. But with this shot, what we're going to be looking at is making sure that we're actually set up slightly open to our target. So what I mean by that is you're going to get your good alignment stance and you're going to go ahead and throw back your left foot just slightly. Now watch what happens to my hips when I do this. My hips are nice and square. Now they actually open up to my target. So now I don't have to worry about my hips. They're just going to stay set throughout the entire swing. So I'm not actually swinging around them. Now let's go ahead and let's go into the actual stance itself. Okay? Now, with the full swing, we always want to make sure that we've got around 60% of our weight onto the balls of our feet. Same with this shot. So make sure that you get your tail out, you get a good flat spine angle going on, and that you've got your feet around shoulder width apart. Full swing, a little bit wider. Chipping, we're narrow. With this shot here, we want around shoulder width apart. Now, where is our weight within our swing? Is it forward? Is it back? Is it centered? We want our weight actually centered throughout this shot, okay? If I were to push my weight forward, that's going to go ahead and give me a lower trajectory. But since I want my weight centered, that is now going to create a softer, higher trajectory golf shot. All right, P, ball position, okay? Got my trusty guide here. As y'all can see, this ball with the stick is now considered center of my stance. Back of my stance, forward in my stance. With this shot here, I'm going to actually want to play it forward in my stance. What this is going to now create for me is a softer, higher, lofted shot. So when I'm coming through impact, I'm coming through more on the upswing. Make sense? Okay, let's get into the actual nitty-gritty stuff of this. All right, so what we've got going on: grip, alignment, stance, ball position. Nice soft grip. My stance is slightly open. Ball position's up. When we're setting up to this shot, make sure that your hands are slightly forward. All right? What we want to do is have that feeling and look of our hands being adjacent right off of our left quad. Why am I doing that? Reason is because once I get my hands forward, look how that naturally hinges my wrists. So therefore, now my wrists are done. So when I'm swinging and actually putting this shot into play, I'm not going to be adding any more wrist hinge to it than actually what needs to be there, making it as simple as possible. So when we bring the club back, again, it's a pitch. So it's a baby mini golf swing, okay? We're going to come up this far for this shot. Again, this is about probably 30 yards. We're going to come through this far, okay? Now, one of the things that I want you to think about is when you're coming through, make sure that you concentrate. A good checkpoint is when you're coming through, make sure that this head is lower than your hands. All right, make sure that when you're coming through, you're not coming through and getting that club head above your hands. When that happens, now you've actually thrown a whole bunch of wrist, and as my college golf coach used to say at Western Carolina, now you become handsy at the golf ball, and we don't want to be handsy at the golf ball. So, basic stuff. When you bring the club back, again, we're still coming back with a nice square club face. What we see a lot of amateurs do is come back in this area here, okay? See how this is closed? Now when you come through, you've completely de-lofted the club. Make sure when you're coming back, nice and square, keep that good extension going. Get your arms out from you, okay? When you're coming back, kind of feel like you're almost shaking the hand back here and not getting it collapsed in here. This is happy, this is bad, all right? All right, so again, one of the things we need to make sure of is when we're bringing the club back that we imagine a string in the center of our chest going directly down to our hands. All right, so when we come back, see how that's staying connected there? Come through, say that's connecting through there. One of the biggest mistakes that we see with amateurs make is they'll actually keep their chest square to the ball and not get everything turned back and turned through. So this is one of the mistakes that we all see sometimes, is we'll come here and we'll come here, all right? When in actuality, the shot that we want to see and the move that we want to see is everything staying connected into one motion. Again, hands and chest connected will help you make that happen. All right, so again, my name is Jessica Dugan, and I'm looking forward to hopefully helping you out in the near future working on your pitch shots. Thank you and have a good day.